So welcome to my home garden. Today I'm going to be talking about my chickens and how I look after them during the hot weather. It can be really worrying when you've got chickens, whether they're okay or not, because they do display some quite alarming signs when it gets really hot. But I just want to show you how I've been looking after mine, and hopefully it will help you look after your chickens as well. If you've not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, if you could please do so, because you'll get lots of helpful hints and tips all throughout the year from my home garden, my allotment, and also my home kitchen. So I've got a book which we bought when we first got our chickens. So it's the Hens Chicken Manual. If you haven't got one already, or you're thinking about getting chickens, it's a really simple guide that's really easy to understand, and it helps you with lots and lots of things that can happen with chickens, so you can easily work out what's going on. So it's been incredibly hot here in Kent, and obviously it's a real worry with like your chickens, whether they're going to be okay or not, because we can all go inside and stay in the cool, but for the chickens that are outside, there's really not an awful lot we can do to keep them really cool. But there are some simple things that we do to try and help our chickens as best we can. Now obviously always make sure that they've got fresh and plenty drinking water. That's really important. One of the things you see is that they kind of almost pant, and it's really alarming. That they naturally do that to regulate their own body temperature. So try not to worry too much, even though it does look quite alarming that they're panting. As long as they've got plenty of fresh drinking water so they can drink, and obviously plenty of food. Just the things you would normally do for them, to be fair, but they might drink a little bit more than usual during this really hot weather. Something else we did is we actually put up a little tarpaulin for them there to give them a little bit of shade, which, you know, you wouldn't want to shade the whole area that they're in, because obviously they need some lovely daylight, don't they? So you don't want to put them in the dark, because that would be just horrid. I think some of mine are hiding today. I think they're in the nest box laying actually. But a little bit of shade, it gives them the option, and I found that they used it as well. I thought, is it really, would they use it? I don't know. But actually, when we came out, they were often in the little shaded bit, taking a little bit of time out, which it was nice to know that what we did really worked. And this is just a little bit of like ground cover that I use up at the allotment. So anything you've got, you could put on there. You know, you could put a sheet, whatever you've got, something just to give them a little bit of shade should they choose to use it. And they've all been fine. You might experience a drop in egg production possibly during really hot weather, because anything that upsets them knocks them out laying their eggs. Bizarrely, we seem to have been fine, and they've laid as normal. That's another thing. So again, don't concern yourself with it if their egg production drops off a little bit. You do need to be a little bit more mindful of red spider mite during this really hot weather. It can really get going really badly. So we use diatomaceous earth, if I've pronounced it correctly, and we brush it around the house with like a paintbrush to keep the bugs down. So take special care of that, because if they get red spider mite, it can really multiply during the really hot weather, and that is really bad for them. But that treatment that we use is natural, organic, and it's incredibly simple to use as well. We will put a link in the description if that's something you're not already aware of. Now I do hope that everyone's chickens are doing really well at the moment. I'd love to hear how your chickens are doing, how many eggs they're laying, what types of chickens you've got, and if you've got any top tips on how you look after your chickens during the really hot weather, I'd love to hear it.